In a quiet village by the river, there lived a boy named Arav. Everyone called him lazy. He dreamed of greatness, but never moved a finger. While others worked in the fields, Arav spent his days staring at clouds, whispering, "Someday, I'll do something great." People laughed. What can a lazy dreamer ever achieve? They mocked. Even his friends stopped visiting. But one morning, something changed. A golden feather landed near his feet, shimmering in the sunlight. Arav picked it up. On its spine, tiny words appeared. Small steps build great destinies. He laughed. "How can small steps change my life?" he whispered. But curiosity had already lit a spark. That evening, Arav decided to do just one small thing. He swept the floor of his tiny hut. The next day, he fixed a broken fence. It wasn't much, but it made him feel lighter. He began waking up 10 minutes earlier each day. At first it was hard, his body rebelled. But every morning the feather gleamed a little brighter. He started helping an old potter who struggled to carry clay from the river. "Why are you helping me suddenly?" the potter asked. Arav smiled. "Small steps, right?" Days turned into weeks. Arav's routine grew. Sweeping, reading, helping, learning. The villagers began noticing. The lazy boy, he's changing. But just when life started blooming, a storm arrived. The river flooded the fields. Crops, homes, everything washed away. Arav's small garden, gone. The potter's shop, destroyed. The feather, missing. He collapsed on the riverbank, tears mixing with rain. All my small steps, for nothing? As he looked up, an old hermit approached, walking calmly through the storm. "Why do you cry, child?" asked the hermit. "I worked so hard and lost everything." The hermit smiled. "You think the flood destroyed your work, but it revealed your strength." He handed Arav the golden feather, shining brighter than ever. True habits never drown. Arav stared at the feather. "But how do I start again?" The hermit said, "The same way you began. One small step. Do not wait for the perfect day." The hermit continued, "Perfection is built from repetition. Even the mightiest river begins as a drop. Be that drop every day." Arav closed his eyes. He finally understood. Greatness wasn't a leap, it was a rhythm. When he opened his eyes, the hermit was gone. Only the feather remained, glowing on his palm. He smiled. This time, he didn't wait for motivation. He simply started walking. Arav rebuilt the potter's hut, then helped villagers plant new seeds. Every act small, steady, strong. Months passed. The village blossomed again, greener than ever before. People no longer called him lazy. They called him the heart of the village. He began teaching others. Start small, but start today. Years later, travelers came seeking his wisdom. They asked, "How did you become a legend?" He smiled. "By sweeping my floor. Every morning." They laughed, thinking it was a joke, but his eyes carried the peace of a man who had mastered himself. As he spoke, the feather glowed once more, symbol of divine energy through habit. And from that day, the villagers began calling him the man who found power in small steps. Above his home, a mural appeared, a feather rising into the sky. Sometimes we wait for a big moment to change our lives, but life changes quietly, one small habit at a time. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Remember, the smallest step in the right direction can become the biggest leap of your life. Because success isn't built in a day, it's built every day. Arav's story reminds us, start small, stay steady, and your destiny will follow. Kindness never stops, it just finds new wings. The lazy boy who became a legend, the power of small habits.